My name's Tom Goldtooth, Director of the Indigenous Environmental Network.
You're handling the media here for Sacred Stone Camp.
Well, Indigenous Environmental Network, we have a media team here. We're able to broadcast live through the radio transmitters. We free up the airwaves here, and we also are able to broadcast live when needed through the satellite, through internet. And our main goal is to get the voice of our native, our indigenous people out from here. And there are other media circles, and we're all working together out of this space here, this encampment.
Since I've been posting, since I got here, I've had hundreds of comments, people asking, what do we need to know outside? What is the message that we want people outside that may still be coming?
You know, one thing that is needed here is many of our native, our indigenous peoples here in the United States, unfortunately, we don't have that political power. You know, the issues here are standing on a legacy of treaty rights, and those at the highest level of international law. But unfortunately, you know, the Standing Rock Sioux tribe and many other native indigenous tribes here and in Canada, we still have to fight for our rights. And here's a situation where we have identified a very significant sacred site, and asking the federal judge to pay attention to that, and which he considered that, and actually made a move to protect that area. But in between that time, the private company came in and just bulldozed that area, you know, and it was devastating to our people. But those are areas that we should have established agreements with the United States government to protect this area. Who was here first? You know, this is our land. We live in occupied territories, but we're willing to work with this colonial government. You know, we're all here in peace. The women, the children, the elders are all here in peace. And that's what we've been saying. So we need that political power and the voices and actions of U.S. citizens to write to President Obama, to write to the diplomats, asking them to intervene on this, to recognize this injunction that was filed by the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, you know, against the Army Corps of Engineers. You can Google search this information of what the people can do by going to sacredstonecamp.org. And that's what people can do to sign on to petitions and take action like that. But what we're asking too is something that people need to know is pass this information on. Information is power of what's happening here. This is the mobilization of such a massive scale that I haven't seen this in many years in our work. And people of all walks of life, not just native. This is a non-native issue. We got a pipeline here that's violating the rights of the private landowners, threatening them with eminent domain, taking. It's a land takings issue. So they're starting to understand our Indian issues, our native issues. These private landowners, they're angry too. We should not have a society like this where we have governmental policies that intrude on our human rights, on our indigenous rights. And this another thing is that this is a climate change issue as well. The combustion of the fossil fuel. This oil comes from the Bakken oil, comes from hydrofracking. It's ruining the water, poisoning the water, and the livelihoods of the indigenous people north of here. The Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara. A lot of the sacred sites here are also their sacred sites. So, you know, that's where this oil comes from. It's blood oil. You know, it's blood oil. It's not clean oil. It has oil that's been tarnished already with lies. That's the way we look at this as native indigenous people. This is like a dark snake that is spreading its darkness of untruths throughout the land. And we have to, as humanity, as people of America and throughout the world, because of climate change, the Mother Earth cannot absorb any more carbon, that stuff that comes out of the smokestack. It cannot absorb any more carbon that's mined out of the ground, like in the tar sands or the coal. So it's a life and death issue to a lot of people. So there's a climate change issue to this, and we have to move away from a fossil fuel economy. This is part of that movement to protect our sacred waters, this Missouri River, all that, and the rights of indigenous people. That's what we're here for, to defend, to protect, and to renew.
Good message.
Okay?
One question.
Yes.
Is this the first time these treaties have been broken?
Oh, no. People should know that every treaty has been broken. Every treaty. And the treaties are the highest, one of the highest instruments of international law. And this country violated every one of those.